Okay, welcome to the lesson today. Today we are going to look at present simple and present continuous. This is the first lesson for elementary students, elementary level. These are two tenses in English and we use them in different situations. Sometimes we use present simple and we use present simple for regular actions, regular, repeated. Check what those words mean in your language. Translate regular and repeated into your language. Present simple is any action which happens again and again and again, every week, every month, every year. So, for example, I play football on Saturdays. Or it could be he plays football every month. Or what time do you play football on Saturdays? This is still happening every Saturday. So for regular repeated actions we use present simple. I will give you more examples in a moment. Now with positive, with I, you, we and they, we just say I play, you play, we play, they play. The verb stays the same for I, you, we and they. But if we want to say he or she or it, we must add an S. He plays, she plays. But other verbs as well. If we use the verb go, he goes, we add ES with goes. It's a little bit strange, but usually we just add an S. He plays, he goes, he learns English, he teaches English. So sometimes we add an S and sometimes we add an ES. It depends on the word. Okay, if we want to write a negative sentence, if we want to say the opposite, we want to make it negative, then we use with I, you, we and they. Don't. I don't play football. I don't play football. Okay, and there's no S there. However, if we want to say he or she or it, there it is. We don't say don't. That's just for I don't play. When you don't play, I don't play football on Sunday. If we have he or she or it doesn't play. Okay? And we have to look at one more thing, questions in English. Questions in English are difficult. In present simple, we say, do you play chess? So do you, do I, do we, do they play chess? Yeah, it doesn't matter what, but the verb is here. Do you learn English? It could be many different verbs. Do you go to the theatre every month? Okay, and if we want to make it a question with he or she, maybe some of you have guessed it or it. Does. Does he play chess? Does she learn English? Okay. Remember, there's no S here. There's an S here for he plays, but there's no S here. Does he play chess? Does he play football? No S. Okay. So we use these for anything which happens regular and repeated actions. Regular and repeated. Which means if we say every week, every month, every day, we must use present simple. Every month, every week, every day. If we say sometimes, sometimes happens regularly, repeatedly. So sometimes is present simple, usually is present simple. Usually means many times again. Often is present simple. Rarely, which means not many times, is present simple, but it's still a few times. So with these words, use present simple. Present continuous, which here in positive form is I am playing, we, you or they are playing, and he, she or it is playing. This is for anything which is now, which is happening now, which is happening at the moment. Okay? At the moment. So, at the moment, I am teaching you English. I am teaching you English. And this is how we make it. We use am with verb I, with the pronoun I. I am playing. But with we, you and they, we use are. So, you are learning English. Okay? And with he, she or it is. Okay? So, he is listening to the lesson. So, any verb here must be with ing in present continuous. We add ing, ing. And if we want to make it positive, just am, are and is, depending on the pronoun, and then the verb and ing. If we want to make it negative, then we just make this auxiliary verb, it's called an auxiliary verb, it's a verb to be, we make it negative. I'm not listening to the radio. I'm not listening to you. Okay? If we want to make it with we, you or they, we, you or they aren't listening. Okay? Aren't, are not, aren't. We have a little apostrophe here to show there's a letter missing. So are not, aren't listening or playing or going, any verb. And he, she or it isn't. He, she or it isn't playing, isn't going, isn't learning, isn't studying English. Okay? So that's for negatives, and now let's look at questions. Okay, very common question would be something like this. What are you doing at the moment? What are you doing now? So we have to change the you are doing to are you doing. We change these three words in questions, go here, and these words, the pronouns, go on the other side. Okay, what are you doing now? But we can do many other questions. I'll show you some more. Take this off. I hope that you can see the bottom of the board at the moment. So what are you doing now? Is he studying English this year? Is he studying English now? Let's say. Is he studying English now? So at the moment, now, that's why we use this tense present continuous. We use it in some other situations also, but most important, at the moment, now, that's when we use continuous. Some verbs in English you never use in continuous. We call these verbs state verbs, and they are important. I'm going to quickly write them here. We never use these verbs in continuous, we always use them in simple. So, want. This is a very important one, state verbs. Want. You never say, I am wanting. Don't say, I am wanting. You say, I want a cup of tea. It's happening now, you want it now, but don't use it in continuous. I want a cup of tea. It's a state verb. It describes your mental state. If you understand that, it describes a state of mind, and so it can't be used in continuous. It must be simple. Want, like, love, hate, know, understand, believe, all of these words describe your mind. They describe what you are thinking, and so we don't use them in continuous, we just use them in simple. Okay, if you have any questions, please ask under the video. Please try the quiz under the video, and I hope this makes these tenses easier. Please subscribe for more lessons, and I will try to do a big course for elementary students. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed this lesson and would like to receive more over the next few weeks. Here are some videos on phrasal verbs, auxiliary verbs, tenses, and verb forms as well, like gerunds and 2+ infinitive. Please watch them and try the quizzes below the videos, and I hope that you improve.